Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Bubblegum Reviews. Today we're going to be reviewing Hill Street Blues. So I don't actually have the show, I watched it on Hulu. First time watching it, enjoyed the heck out of it until the very end. I'll get into that in a few. So to start things off, I got, I don't know how many, some favorites of the show. Esther House, Sergeant Esther House, who actually died in season 4. Let's see. So Dennis Franz shows up in the show twice. The first time is Sal something or other, and then he turns into Norm Bunce. Well, his second stint, he was great. He's another one of my top favorites. As well as Belker. Belker was great. I even liked the captain, but he wasn't one of my favorite. It was probably Belker, Sergeant Esther House, Bunce, and Sid the Snitch. Oh my God. Sid and Bunce together were great. And then last but not least, it was, what is his name? Let's see. Jablowski, Stan Jablowski. So in the show, when you first start off, in the start of every episode, until he passed away, he would say, "Let's be careful out there." That was Sergeant Esterhouse's, like, his main line for the show, kind of thing, to send everybody off and on their way for the day. And then once he passed away, they kind of went through a few people who were the roll call sergeant, and then it became Stan Jablowski. And his thing was, let's do it to them before they do it to us. So Esther House and Jablowski were the best two roll calls sergeants, and it was funny too, because when it happened, and once they got rid of Esther House, I literally thought they were just going to fumble and not figure out who to get up there. Because this was literally like a really big part of the show as far as who to have up there. And yeah, they ended up getting Jablowski, and that dude turned out perfect for the show as far as being roll call and even just being up on the floor. So the show is very, I say, soap opera style show. I mean, in the beginning, it starts out where it's kind of more of them out on the streets, and then big time it shows up like they're more in the police station than they are out on the streets and stuff like that. But anyways, IMDb gave it an 8.1 out of 10. TVshows.com gave it an 8.5 out of 10. One of the creators is Stephen Bochco, who's also done stuff like LA Law and NYPD Blue. One of the writers, there's so many writers in shows, but one of them is Dick Wolf, who's done stuff like Law and Order, SVU, Law and Order, Criminal Intent, and stuff like that. With that being said, I overall give the show an 8 out of 10 myself. I enjoyed it. The part I did not enjoy was the ending. Like the very last episode. The very last episode literally leaves you like kind of clueless. It makes me, like, the way they did the last episode made me feel like they had no idea that the show was ending, and they just kind of were scraping together what they could to figure out how to end the show, like the day of or something. But even then, I kind of looked into it, and they knew weeks in advance that the show was getting canceled, which it sucks it got canceled because, man, I almost feel like they found out that it got canceled and they were really upset about it and didn't even put an effort into the last episode. It was really weird. It was a very disappointing last episode. But other than that, the show from about season 1 to 3.5 was doing great, and then about season 1 to 4, and then once 4 it kind of got a little rocky, and season 5 was a little floppy itself. I'd say maybe 5.5 to 5 3/4, and 6 and 7 were they went uphill. They were doing great. Yeah, I mean, the show it's a lot of fun. I'm really big into the older shows, so there is that. Like, today's shows just don't really interest me as much. I'm actually right now watching Justified, so I'm giving that a shot. We'll end up getting my review on that here in a few weeks or so. But, so the interesting fact that I actually have a few of them. One of them was Stephen Bochco was fired from the show due to low ratings and differences with the staff, even though he was the main creative mind behind the show. And he got fired, I believe, around season 5, around there. Season 4 or 5. Season 1 through 3, man, he was nailing it. Season 4, I feel like that might have been why. But even so, like, he definitely helped the show. And I was watching something, and he apparently said in real life that LaRue's character, the guy LaRue, would actually pick on Esterhaus in real life during the show. And that's kind of part of the reason I don't like Detective LaRue. But other than that, stay safe out there and go do it to them before they do it to us. No, I'm just kidding. But anyways, yeah, you guys have a good day. Like and subscribe to my page, and I will see you all next time.